Welcome back to JB Reviews. I have a 2024 GMC Sierra Denali here. This is a dually. Cannot wait to show you guys around the truck and show you the payload. Now I gotta give a special shout out to Frank. He just sold this truck and the guy should probably be here in a couple days to pick it up. Yep. So you wanna give their cell phone number to you for the guys?
So come in here, see us, Jerry Seiner, Buick, GMC, 801-750-8441.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, any truck you're seeing coming to dealerships right now are going to be spoken for. Now this truck is a Denali, so the only other trim level that's above this one is going to be the Ultimate. So you see most of the differences like on the color of the grille and then on the interior. That's like the biggest differences there. But check out the animations. I show this in every video because it's so cool. Now this one's a little bit different from the other ones I've done, so check this out. That's so cool. So all the lights come on at a different time. Really cool animation. Love that they did that. Now let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see what's optional and what's standard on this build. Now this is the window sticker for the dually, and here's the spec and the colors. And be sure to pause it for the short listing for the standard equipment. And the base price is $76,800. And starting off the options is the diesel at $9,490. And there's not a lot of other options on this dually, but the Denali Reserve package is probably the one you're going to want to get, especially if you want a sunroof and if you want the heads-up display. And all in, destination is $1,895 with a total vehicle price of $93,670. So a Denali Ultimate is probably about another $6,000 more. So you don't get much more other than like massage seats and just a different saddle interior color. Now up front, as I mentioned, you do have a more chromed out front grille. On the Denali Ultimate, it's just a little bit darker chrome, so it's not a huge difference in that regard. But overall, blacked out headlights, and they did go to the projector style for 2024. Really nice accents, as you can see on the side there. Full LED and fog lights. Now let's check out the cutoff for the projectors here. So you have the fog lights down below here, and then you have your low beam headlights right there. Of course, the clearance lights are above. Not much has changed with that. Now, as far as the front hood goes, they do give you this nice chrome trim piece where the hood scoop is, which is a new addition to this. But the hood is overall unchanged, and that's not a bad thing too. Now I love this little chrome accent piece there. And then you have those parking sensors, and then check out down below this chrome trim piece. Really nice styling. Forward camera here with the sprayer. This truck didn't have a lot of options on it too. Not a lot of options at all. Love this little trim piece that shows 3500. That's something that they added for this truck because in the past you didn't know whether it was a 25 or 3500. Obviously your 3500 is going to be a dually, so that's not a huge deal, but you have your plug here for your block heater. Great new design for the wheels, and not only do they have a new design, these are also an 18-inch wheel, so love that they gave you a little bit larger size. Michelin tires, and tire size is LT 235 80 18, and here are the capacities. 3,195 pounds for the single, and then 2,910 for dual at 80 psi. Independent front suspension. They did restyle this badge a little bit too, but apart from that, there's not much else difference on the side of this truck here. I'm going to walk over to the other side so that way you guys can see it a little bit better. Yeah, the wheels definitely make a big difference. That 1-inch size wheel. And I like the center caps too a lot better than what you're going to see on the Chevys. You notice that you have more chrome around the windows. If you get an AT4 truck, which is not available with a dually, all that goes away. Chrome accent around the mirrors. There's one of the cameras right there. And here's the back of the mirrors. You have the smart key system on the front doors only for 2024. And they do provide a chrome trim piece down below too. and they do have the perimeter lighting below the running board there. And this is a really nice truck. I cannot wait to show you guys the payload. I haven't even seen it actually yet either. And then check out the back wheels. And of course, if you get a dually, the reason why you get this is because you're going to be towing heavy. So they do change up the suspension. So you're going to have 3 overload leaf springs right there. And they do take out 1 leaf in the main pack too. You see the bump stops right there. They do not have a wheel liner in here, but I'm sure that is available for this truck. And you do notice that the taillights are slightly restyled. And they have the steps out back. You do still have the step on the side there. Now the only thing I want GM to do differently for this truck is add a upgrade for the 36-gallon tank. I'm hoping they offer a 50-gallon fuel tank option at some point, or 75. Nothing wrong with that either. This one does not have the kicker speakers built in yet to the rear of the tailgate. That is a dealer installed option, so that should get installed before the customer takes delivery. 4 and 7 pin on the side. And here's a handle to get into the bed a little bit easier. 5th wheel prep package. And you have 2 cameras above, one for the bed and one for the rearview mirror. And then here's the sunroof. And let's check out these taillights. But before we do that, one last thing. 120 volt plug and LED lights on both sides. So that animation does come out back too. You have LED reverse lights and you have a light down below too. Now one thing I want you guys to see real quickly, I'm going to do it one last time. One of the projectors gives you a wider beam. So check this out. I just noticed it just now. So the one right there, I think this is the lower one, gives you a little bit wider beam on the side. And the one up top is probably going to be for high beam and for signs when you're going down the road. So it reflects off the signs on the road. That's what that one's probably used for mostly. Now, anytime you're looking at a dually, 9 times out of 10 you're going to see a diesel, because this is going to give you the big tow numbers. And if you need payload, obviously the gas engine is going to be a better fit for you. But this new Duramax does have some updates to the combustion and turbo. So 470 horsepower, 975 pound-feet of torque. You're still made it to a 10-speed, stamp of approved Allison. And I mean, what's there not to like about the Duramax? They did not go crazy with power output, because I feel like they give you all the power off the line. This has a 12-inch ring gear. When you drive a Ford or a Ram, there's definitely some torque management there, so I like this setup a little bit better because of that. I actually raced one of my friends in his Ford F350 Power Stroke, and I beat him off the line, which really surprised me. But it's not really surprising because they give you a lot more power off the line. This does have the 342 rear, so you're gonna have lower RPMs going down the highway, especially with that 10-speed transmission. So here is the interior. Unfortunately, it's raining a good bit outside right now, so I can't really show it to you because I don't want to get this too wet. But really nice design here. As I mentioned in the last video I did, I like how they made the wood go from this black color to the light. So it's a really nice transition there. Soft touch, pretty much everywhere you need it at on the door. Love the speaker grill design, and this does have the power deployable running boards too. But overall, they did put a leather trim inside this area too to make it look a little bit nicer and have soft touch. Great design here on the side where the air vents are. And then leather wrap dash with stitching. Now, the roof color is a dark gray, but I just noticed something. The stitching in the interior is like a dark gray that matches the roof. Good on GM to incorporate this color around the interior. I have no problem with that. I like that they did that, and that's actually really good attention to detail. But overall, really nice designs around the interior. The storage area here is a little bit different from what you see on the Chevys. And I like that they made them a little bit different too. Trailer brake, cup holders, and just little storage places. You have your exhaust brake, lane keep assist, parking sensors. You can drop the tailgate from inside the truck, caution lights, and traction control. Here are your seating controls for the temperature, so ventilated and heated. Dual climate control, and just how you control the air coming out of the vents. And then check out the center console. It says Denali right there. You have 2 USBs and then a power plug and a charging station for the phone. I don't know if I showed you, but you have 2 USBs. The top one there is a Type A and the second one is a Type C. And this does pop out. Looks like the rain is stopping a little bit for us, so let's just kind of go back to the door card. But as I was saying, this is all wrapped in like a leather right here, but the rest of this is all in hard plastic. Here's the passenger side, and I like the accent they added to the seat controls too. They don't do that on the AT4, by the way. And then check this out too. I've noticed that these are a little bit hard to open, but they do finish this now in Velcro as opposed to hard plastic. And then this is all soft touch with stitching. You can see that little dark gray accent right there too. And then here's the roof. You have your home link. You have controls for the sunroof and the rear glass, OnStar, and out back, storage below the seat back pockets for storage, and you have heated outboard seats with the USBs, cup holders, and 2 more right here. Wow. Really nice stitching right there. The speaker grills still have that nice design out back. Now let's check out the driver's side seat really quickly. So as you guys saw, you have that stitching right there. And it's also right here on the seat too. Perforated leather. And it does say Denali right there. Hopefully you guys can see it. And here's just a better look at that steering wheel. Still no wood grain steering wheel. I would like to see that, but let's go ahead and check out some of the technology. Look at that, that is so nice. Wow. Really cool. Push button starts right here. It won't take too much time, but this screen is fully customizable. You can change the information that you see in the center of the miles per hour and the RPMs. As you can see there, you can see the compass, you can see the drive modes there. You can also see the time and the temperature and a few other things like the transmission tip. Now here's some of the driving modes. I don't always show this to you. So this is in off-road mode. It does change the animation there. And then this is for just normal. Those are the only 2 modes that they give you, except for tow haul mode, which you have to push a button for. And this will show you one thing inside of here. Here's a drive summary, your trip 1 and 2, timer, tire pressures. So they give you one for each tire, which is really nice, like the setup there. Driver assistance, like your radar cruise control, things like that. Brake pad, air filter, fuel filter, diesel exhaust fluid, and then this is just left blank. Now you have something for your audio, navigation, and then if you want to set up your phone, you can do that. And as I mentioned, this is how you set up all the information. You can even see more information down below if you'd like. As far as this screen goes, 13.4-inch display. And this is in the home settings here, so if you want to go to like the navigation, the first time around this does take a little bit of time, but once you get it all set up, really clear screen. And I do like how easy it is to like search for like gas, food, anything like that. So you can even type in like Chipotle or something like that, and it's easy to find those types of things too. As far as your trailering goes, you do have a menu for that. And what I like about the larger screen, I say this all the time and I'm gonna keep saying it, I like that you can have the split screen. You guys pretty much saw it, so you do have the trailering that you can use right there. So that is a nice added feature. And you guys saw on the outside, this had the 360 cameras, so you can really see really good around this truck. And that might be helpful for this big old dually. You even have one for your conventional hitch. If you scoot over, you have one for the bed. You can zoom in. And there's also two, I don't know if I showed you guys, there's two camera inputs on the bumper that you can use for cameras if you have that set up on your trailer. And that is pretty much it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the payload. I don't know if I showed you guys these controls and then your heads-up display. But here they are. So this is going to be the gross axle rating out front. On the single rear wheel, I believe it's 5,600 pounds. But look at the gross axle rating out back. This is why you buy a dually. 10,400 pounds. This is higher than Ram and Ford's. And as far as the gross combined weight rating goes, 40,000 pounds. That's truck and trailer. And check out the curb weight. 8,832 pounds, so this truck is heavy, but you still have a big payload at 5,168 pounds. So all in 20,000 pound conventional towing, and then 31,000 pounds for gooseneck towing. And if you want to see that yellow sticker, it shows you your tires. And these wheels are 18 by 6.5 too. And I forgot to show this to you guys. Out back, sometimes they will give you, yeah, this one has a steel wheel out back, but the front ones are going to be the aluminum wheels. So if you want to pick up a little bit more payload, you could replace that steel wheel and probably pick up a few pounds there. But special shout out to Jerry Seiner, GMC Buick here in South Jordan, Utah. This truck is already sold. Frank sold this truck. If you do want to order a truck, be sure to reach out to him. I wanted to give him a special shout out since he let me do a video on one of his sold units. So be sure to give these guys a look up, and I'll see you soon.